Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai has denied she made accusations of sexual assault against a former Chinese vice premier, Zhang Gaoli. In a video interview published Sunday by a Singapore media outlet, Peng said that, quote, "I've never said or written that anyone has sexually assaulted me." She said that a now removed social media post she made about it had been misunderstood. Peng's remarks were the first time she'd publicly addressed the matter on camera and were made on the sidelines of a cross-country skiing event that she had attended in Shanghai alongside athletes from various sports, including former NBA basketball star Yao Ming. After Peng's post online, she was absent from public view for 3 weeks. Her well-being became a matter of concern among the global tennis community and rights groups. And discussion of the scandal, which emerged as Beijing prepares to stage the Winter Olympics in February, has been heavily censored in China. In response to Sunday's interview, the Women's Tennis Association continued to call for an investigation into Peng's allegations, and that, quote, "As we have consistently stated, these appearances do not alleviate or address the WTA's significant concerns about her well-being and ability to communicate without censorship or coercion." Earlier this month, it said it would suspend tournaments in China because of concerns over Peng's treatment and the safety of other players.
With the Omicron variant of COVID-19 raging across the world, U.S. health officials are urging Americans to use caution over the holidays. National Institutes of Health Director Dr. Francis Collins told CBS's Face the Nation on Sunday the new variant is different enough that it could potentially evade vaccines and other precautions.
I'm glad to say it's not totally successful at that. A big message for today is if you've had vaccines and a booster, you're very well protected against Omicron causing you severe disease. So anybody listening to this who's in that 60% of Americans who are eligible for a booster but haven't yet gotten one, this is the week to do it. Do not wait.
Omicron has been found in 43 U.S. states and around 90 countries so far since it was first identified in southern Africa and Hong Kong in late November. In the U.S., cases and deaths have risen about 50% since the start of the month, according to a Reuters tally. Many sports games have been rescheduled and live shows canceled, with officials fearing holiday travel and gatherings could fuel Omicron's spread.
If you're not vaccinated, I would say travel is really not a great idea because you are in a very vulnerable place now with Omicron. If you are vaccinated and boosted, wear your mask when you're in any kind of public place. You don't know who around you might actually be infected.
President Joe Biden plans to give a speech on Tuesday about the fast-spreading variant, hammering home his message of increased vaccinations and testing.
I want to congratulate you and wish you the best of success in your government. More than 8 million people voted. It is one of the elections with the highest citizen participation in a long time. Democracy complied, and Chileans have given a new example of democracy. You were part of that. I congratulate you.
Thank you very much, President. It is an honor for me to speak with you. I want to address all Chileans who are listening to us. I want you and our people to know that I will do my best to rise to this tremendous challenge. Our country shows its best when we unite for significant challenges.
Spider-Man No Way Home racked up a head-spinning $253 million in North American ticket sales over the weekend, setting a pandemic record and ranking as the third biggest U.S. film debut in Hollywood history. Fans packed auditoriums for No Way Home, a big-budget superhero spectacle that is playing only in theaters, delivering a much-needed jolt to movie theater chains even as the fast-spreading Omicron variant threatened to keep people home. U.S. and Canadian ticket sales crushed the most optimistic projections from last week when analysts deemed $200 million a long shot. The movie stars Tom Holland as Marvel's web-slinging superhero and Zendaya as his girlfriend MJ. It also brings back stars of previous Superman films.
Hello, Peter.
The movie's success underscores the continuing pull of superhero-based films at cinemas when other genres have struggled. Steven Spielberg's remake of classic musical West Side Story, for instance, which has earned rave reviews and Oscar buzz, sold just $3.4 million worth of tickets in the U.S. and Canada over the weekend. Its global total stands at just over $27 million after 2 weekends in theaters. According to estimates from distributor Sony, the opening weekend take for Spider-Man No Way Home stands at a hefty $587 million worldwide.
Please, Scooby-Doo this.
We're facing a major challenge with the Omicron variant. This is an urgent situation and we need to act urgently. We are seeing a very substantial rise in the number of cases. It's also important to understand that we expect Omicron to be a fast and temporary phenomenon. We expect these next weeks to see a very, very big surge in the number of cases, more than we've seen previously. And then we expect, after a period of time, that it will dissipate. That's been so far the pattern we've seen in other places, notably South Africa, where we first saw Omicron's presence. To your question about New Year's Eve, so we've been in touch with the Times Square Alliance. We're going to make a decision before Christmas.